past this group of guys in the park. And they're all out there with these sticks, beating each other up, throwing weird things around, and I think they're LARPers. I think so. I don't know. I've never actually stopped. So finally one day I get a bee up my butt, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop and find out what's going on. So I go down and I meet people, and there's all kinds of cool people standing around in this group. There's guys with swords, they've got cool garb on, it's all kinds of cool stuff. And one of them finally turns to me and goes, you know what? Do you want this? Do you want to try this? And I figured, what do I got to lose, right? A couple hours on a Saturday. So they go to a bag and they grab out this white thing and they hand it to me. And they began to introduce me to everyone from the great land. The master assassin, who they kept telling me was around, but I had no idea where. It was somewhere. And they taught me great things. They showed me the proper use of a blade. And they said, you must choose the path that you will take on the field of battle. Now, being young and inexperienced as I am, and new to adventuring, I decided to be the most basest, a warrior. So they handed me a shield and they handed me a sword, and I realized that there were two factions forming on the field below where we had been observing. And they split their separate ways, and I went one, guarded by a man with a red sash, great holy aura around him. Faced off down by a man with a pointy hat and a yellow sash, fire springing from his hands. A rabid barbarian, looking like he was going to take my head off at the first opportunity. And this assassin was somewhere. I still don't know where the assassin was. And I discovered that in order to control this valley that we now were standing in, you had to cross the field and bring down the flag of your enemy and return it to your side. So, the marshals in gold cried to the heavens, lay on! And the madness began. Fire flew from their fingertips. Spells, great cleaves. Men were being healed left, right, and center, and I saw my chance. I rushed forward into the fray. The barbarian swung in his fight after death, and I dodged. I continued on down, the wizard standing near guard. I went to go stab him, and a fireball took me in the chest. And I went down, watching the world fade around me. I didn't know what to do when I felt a hand upon my shoulder. The white light of healing hath resurrected thee, and I sprung from the ground, feeling empowered once again, grabbing the flag, returning to my base as my teammates were excited and cheers were rung out, huzzahs far and wide. And we continued back, and we continued our chat. And we all gathered around. You know, this Amtgard thing's really freaking cool. I might come next week.